Let's get another reality check on what's happening on Dwarka Expressway with Ashwinder Raj Singh, CEO Residential Services JLL India, and Naveen Raheja, CMD Raheja Developers Limited. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Mr. Raheja, tell me, what are you telling your buyers right now? I mean, especially those, your projects were one of the earliest ones which got ready in this region. Have people started living there, and what has their living experience been?
It has been a great challenge. On one side, we were to maintain timely delivery. On the other side, we knew the infrastructure is not there. Dwarka Expressway is stuck up. Water, electricity lines are not there. But then we thought, when we have come all the way and my people have invested money, we decided to give them water continuously 24/7 at government rates. Decided to give electricity at government rates itself, so that there is absolutely
So where are you getting this water and electricity?
We are getting water from Hooda Waterworks, but carrying in through tanker arrangement, So we have to pay. I think the cost.
Are you prepared for this to continue for the next 3 years? How long are you prepared? Because this is going to be a hard challenge on your own capacity.
We are continuously fighting. Today at 9:30, I met Chief Secretary, Additional Chief Secretary, Town and Country Planning in the morning itself. Then it was in the presence of all Administrator Hooda, Chief Administrator Hooda, and all the ground staff to ensure how the water line can be carried to our complexes. So the entire discussion took place. We are hopeful the water should come through the lines, which will be specially.
So tell me, the Dwarka Expressway is a road and it's stuck, actually not a very long stretch is stuck, unfortunate that is. Why is water and electricity a problem in this area?
See, there are certain land parcels which are under litigation. As Dwarka Expressway contiguity is not there.
So you need the same right of way for both water and electricity.
Right of way through the roads only.
You can't actually circumvent those?
No, we have. We have, today in the morning, we decided to how to circumvent all this and
good
get
news.
water
That's
lines.
Big news that, and you've got actually Hooda officials and the Chief Secretary telling you that he will make it possible?
No, it was mutually decided that we'll make it happen within 2 months.
Within 2 months. So
by all means, we'll clear all the bottlenecks.
So who all will benefit from here? I'm sorry, Ashwinder, I will come to you because this is very big news for
all the people who are awaiting possession, those who have taken possession. Of course, Raheja was the first one to give possessions for their group housing schemes on the Dwarka Expressway side, despite the fact that the services were awaited. But we have not made our customers suffer, and we are trying our level best that these services become operational through water lines. Electricity comes through the special HT line which we had provided from our complexes to about 5-6 kilometers by laying a special electricity line.
Okay.
So that will also become operational within the next 2 months. So both the things are going to happen. But this is going to take some more time by the time Dwarka Expressway will be operational. But let me tell you.
Okay, what are your own hopes on Dwarka Expressway? When do you think, because you must be waiting for the expressway to be done. So what is your inside story on when will it get done?
My story is, indirectly Dwarka Expressway has started. People don't know about it.
Okay.
Parallel road to Dwarka Expressway. Which is starting with sector 114, 115, 108, 109 and proceeding.
Okay.
That is the road which bifurcates from Rajokri from NHAI. Takes about 6-7 minutes till you come across this 75-meter road, turning left. Another 5 minutes, you are in all these complexes, whether it is Shobha, Chintals, ATS, Raheja. All these complexes are at half the time from Delhi and even from Gurgaon.
Okay.
Half the time, half the price.
And
operational.
Right.
And operational. And operational.
So, Ashwinder Raj Singh, are we making too much about the fact that this particular arterial road is expressway stuck and the market has been so depressed? This was one time a sweetheart market. I remember when I started doing the show, my God, Dwarka Express, it was literally every week we would do the show, the prices would have climbed. So that was irrational. The markets crash now because everyone's tired of waiting for the expressway. Where is the rational market and where do we get hope that, look, this is a livable area?
See, that's a very pertinent question, Manisha, because earlier there was greed which was driving it, and now the sentiments, overall sentiments were so low that coupled with all these infrastructure problems that Dwarka Expressway faced, it nosedived. So the confidence in this market nosedived, and we should also remember that Dwarka Expressway, the way it was communicated to clients, the clients expected that it's going to be delivered by 2010. Now, not being delivered for the next 6-7 years has had a multiple impact on it, because the overall sentiments went down. How I look at it is, if you look at Gurgaon, how people started investing in Gurgaon, and people who invested 20 years back when there was just one DLF building, and if you look at the returns that it has given to people in the last, who've been invested for 15-20 years, I think Dwarka Expressway right now is at the right point. We need to be realistic about it with the kind of central government interventions that are happening, it being declared a national highway, a lot of work happening. There were multiple issues. One was the infrastructure was not coming up. Then there were some issues like, there are high tension wires which are there. Then there was an issue that because there are villages around both sides of the road, animals were coming in, and there were some, people thought it's going to be fatal, etc., especially driving at the night. So what has, there is a lot of investment and focus coming in from the government. The government is saying that we are going to put fences all around the Dwarka Expressway, which is a big investment. The high tension wires are being, moved away from the Dwarka Expressway, and it is going to be declared a national highway. So the central government role comes into play. And the Transport Ministry in the last few since last 1 year, whatever they have said has made some sense. So I think it's a good opportunity to relook at it and look at it rationally.
When you say rationally, here's my question to you. So the same apartments or complexes which were available where the prices had gone up to 10,000 rupees per square foot have now come down to easily 7.5, and sometimes you could get one-off distress, even 5. No, so the 10,000 haven't become 5. Mr. Raheja, is the 7,000 which has become 5, and the 10,000 has probably become 7.5. At least that's the data I get. I'm sure there are distress deals happening even at 50%, but most people who bought the 10,000 probably also have a holding capacity, because these are the expensive ones. What I'm trying to ask you is that how do you actually go out there and determine, Ashwinder, what is the right price? You said take a punt now because there is government attention. Mr. Raheja said already there has been a path which has been drawn out for transportation, for people to move other than the expressway itself. So what is the rational price for this market, and how will we make money here?
See, I'll tell you, the average price that I look at it across projects, if we don't get into the luxury and the mid segment, is hovering at around 5,500, 6,000 right now on Dwarka Expressway. That's the average price, and then it depends on the specs. Now, what was the risk earlier? Ultimately you are investing in risk. The risk earlier was that you did not have anything else but a piece of land. Now you have multiple projects like, Mr. Raheja's project is there, you have Puri, you have Experience, you have Ram Prastha, where 90% of the structure is done, and you might have others also. So the risk is now, when does the expressway get operational? The risk is not on the investment or the unit that you will get, because you can see that. Right. So the risk is more macro than micro, Manisha, right now. Okay. And this is the time that, because the micro is in control, that is when you can take risk, because the fundamental due diligence points are within your control. So it is a good time. Markets have bottomed out. I don't think developers can further reduce it. Obviously, if you get good deals, there are desperate sellers, you have some NRI clients who are kind of looking to liquidate. This is the time to go ahead, talk to the developer and get your deal, and this is where you make money in real estate. Because when there is a little bit of confusion, you get the price discounted, and the moment the expressway starts, say even in the next 24 months, you will recover the investment, and you can then expect it to be a BAU ROI from these decisions.
So 5,500, I would say, is the ballpark figure. You're saying luxury projects would be more expensive, and there would be budget projects which could be cheaper as well. Yeah. Gentlemen, I'm going to conclude here. It's good to hear that things are moving, because really, for the entire NCR real estate market to pick up, some of these big infrastructure projects have to get completed and breathe back life. Thanks so much for coming in.